Hi everyone, KC here with a quick update. Some big news just dropped, and we got a lot to cover. First, a new video has surfaced showing Caitlin Clark committing a flagrant foul on Angel Reese during a game in Indiana. We'll break that down in just a minute. But first, some important news from the WNBA. While I was putting this video together, the league released an official statement about something that happened during the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game. There were reports that some players were hit with racial slurs from the crowd. The WNBA has now responded. Here's what they said in a statement released from New York on May 18, 2025. The league strongly condemned racism, hate, and discrimination of any kind. They made it clear that there's no room for that in the WNBA or anywhere else. The league also confirmed it's looking into the claims. Now, I was at that game, right near the bench, close enough to see and hear everything. And I'll be honest, no one was targeting Angel Reese. Not from what I saw or heard. One of my team members was also sitting just behind the Chicago Sky bench, and they didn't hear anything like that directed at her either. That said, this story is still developing. Let's go back to the play that's been making waves. Just 24 hours ago, Caitlin Clark delivered a flagrant foul on Angel Reese, a move that could be a turning point in her career. It showed she's tough, confident, and not afraid to defend her turf. But what happened afterward lit up social media. Fans on both sides went back and forth, and sadly, some of the reactions online crossed the line into racist territory. That's not okay. Now, I'm not here to debate the race angle, but I do want to share what we actually saw and heard. We got exclusive footage coming soon, unedited clips from the commercial breaks. You'll hear what Angel said to her coach and see how the fans really reacted after that foul. The TV broadcast might gone to a break, but our cameras kept rolling. I'm editing that footage now, and trust me, it tells the full story from every angle. So stick around. We're about to show you exactly what happened. Here's the clip. And as you watch, listen closely, you'll hear a high-pitched sound in the background that stands out.
It's a flagrant, and then Chicago will maintain the basketball. Reese misses.
So here's what I've been hearing from people who were actually at the game. That sound everyone's talking about, it most likely came from the scoreboard. From what I'm told, it's a noise they use when the opposing team is at the free throw line, especially after a miss, to throw off the shooter. It's pretty standard in sports. Arenas often play sounds or crank up crowd noise to distract the other team. Now, there's someone on Twitter saying the sound in question, what some folks are calling a slur, was actually just a laugh, followed by a quiet, "Oh my God," or something similar. All from the same voice. Personally, I never heard anything offensive in it, and I'm not sure why some are even comparing it to a dolphin noise. People will always find something to argue about online. To be clear, I don't know exactly what the sound was, but I do know this: the claims are serious, and the WNBA is officially investigating, so they're clearly not brushing it off either. It's also important to point out that, from what I can tell, there hasn't been any formal complaint made directly to WNBA officials or arena staff. So far, it's all been driven by social media posts and the league's public response, and that's left a lot of people wondering what actually went down. Some may ask why we're even talking about this. Here's why. When the WNBA puts out a public statement on something this serious, it becomes news, and it deserves a real conversation. There's been talk about possible racial undertones in the sound. I can't speak to that personally, but if it turns out the intent was racist, then yes, it's completely unacceptable. That kind of behavior doesn't belong in sports or anywhere else. At the same time, fans trying to distract the other team. That's part of the game. From my perspective, this seemed like just another example of that. That said, I really hope the WNBA isn't launching a full-scale investigation just because of a few viral tweets. Social media is powerful, but it's also unpredictable. Things can get blown way out of proportion fast. I use Twitter a lot for work, so I've seen it happen more times than I can count. It's great for breaking news, but it's also full of hot takes, overreactions, and drama. If I were calling the shots at the WNBA, I'd want to make sure the facts were all clear before making anything public. Accusations alone can do real damage, even if they turn out to be false. And once the story spreads, it's hard to walk it back. Now, if the claims are true, then yes, whoever made that sound should absolutely be banned from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and maybe even other arenas. There are lines you just don't cross. Let's be honest. This probably wouldn't be getting as much attention if it didn't involve Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. That's just the reality of it. Oh, and one more thing. I've seen people online blaming Dave Portnoy, saying he made the sound. He was sitting courtside and did stand up after Angel missed a layup, and he definitely yelled something. But Portnoy jumped on social media and flat out denied being the one who made that noise. He says it wasn't him. Simple as that.